You know, when we start our podcast and you feel it, like you just know it's going to be either totally effed up or a total blast.
I mean, it can be both.
I think this is going to be both, and I'm very excited about it. No pressure, special guest.
Oh, she can handle
She's ready for
the
it.
pressure. I am so excited. Welcome to the Michelle's
One Question podcast.
Yeah. Brought in my friends because, you know, I like to have my friends together all the time. Miss Hannah Berry, you please introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Yeah, I'm Hannah Berry. I run an organization called Lions and Rabbits Center for the Arts. It's in the Grand Rapids area, but in Wyoming.
Okay.
A lot of people are familiar with it from Creston. So if you see like all the public art in Creston,
Yes.
on Plainfield.
Our hood.
Yep.
That's
Our
right.
hood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Plainfield, that rainbow building that used to be a St. Vincent de Paul's,
Yes.
I rehabbed it with a different group of people. We had a wedding venue in there. It was like floor to ceiling, artist work all over the place. And then we used to do like all special events, different classes in there, public art. Then we started doing street parties. Then we had way too much work. So then we moved out of that building and now are in like a warehouse in Wyoming area.
Okay. Bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
Yes. So she does a lot of things, right? And is, I mean, really pretty solely responsible for making our neighborhood look way cooler, by the way. I mean,
Like the
we have
murals
so
and
many
all of
murals
it.
in Creston.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the birthplace of Lions and Rabbits.
Yep.
That is now grown way beyond Michigan. But the question I had, what is placemaking? Because that is very much what you do. And I don't think the public understands what that means.
Yeah. And it's one of those words that it's a buzzword. So in one context, it can be taken one way, and in other places, it can be taken a different way.
I've never heard it.
Okay.
Placemaking.
So placemaking is like, if you think about it on like a big scale, you're talking about a neighborhood.
Mhm.
Your neighborhood is, let's just say Creston.
Mhm.
Where do people walk? Where do they go? What do they want to do? Are there trash cans? Is there access to walkable jobs? What's the median income? How can these people get involved in the work that's being done there so that they don't have to leave when it's gentrified? So a lot of the work is, why are we hiring community artists to build places? That's the kind of placemaking we do.
Is this akin to the 10-minute city?
Yeah, the 15-minute city.
Is it 15 minute now?
Mhm.
I don't know. 12
Yeah,
and a half
and
minutes?
honestly, some people don't like them. Some people are like, that's not the way to live because you don't have a global perspective.
I've heard people dog on it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
you can get do you know we have the internet? You can get a global perspective anywhere in this world right now. It's a completely different world than when I grew up.
Well, and I definitely think it's a difference of access. If somebody actually lived in a 15-minute city their whole life and didn't have access, they're going to have a completely different experience
For
than somebody
sure.
who has a private jet. So, you know what I mean?
Right,
It's like,
right.
okay. But yeah, so placemaking can be all kinds of things. In Grand Rapids, the right place is the people who do a lot of the development. They're like doing like the buildings with the community and stuff like that. We come in and kind of position ourselves as more of like the programmatic side for Grand Rapids. But we also have fellows that live in different neighborhoods. So we have one in Dearborn, which is like Detroit area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Dearborn Fine Arts Club, but she actually lives in Corktown. But so she's working with like Detroit at large. We have Chicago, 2 fellows in Chicago, 1 in California. And so their jobs are to really like, hey, you guys do really cool street parties and stuff like that, but I moved out to California so I can be a Coachella performance artist. How can I bring these street parties to my neighborhood? And we do this fellowship with them where they learn how to fundraise, they learn how to do the community engagement, throw the street parties. We come and do like on-site assistance with them, or if they're fundraising with a big deal,
Yeah.
then we'll go in and teach them how to fundraise for a $50,000 ask instead of maybe $1,000.
That's the thing. Yeah. So many people just they don't have a bigger vision.
Yeah.
Money.
Well, and like every creative needs financial support,
Please.
whether it's learning how to do their books, whether it's they're great at business and now they need to withhold taxes because they got a job for $40,000 to $50,000. The creative class needs that assistance. And until we can actually like educate the community or community leaders on what that is, that's kind of where we sit in a very weird spot. We hire artists.
Right.
We do open calls. We teach people how to build design committees so that they can have equity built into the
There's
process.
so many arms to this.
Mhm.
Start me from the beginning. You go into an area, who does the assessment and says, oh, this could use, or how do you engage with the community? How does it all begin?
I'll give you, should we do Traverse City?
Sure.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah. Lovely little area where it's a vacation spot in Michigan.
Yeah. So Traverse City is a good area because there's a growing population in the summer, a lot of out of town tourists, but there are people who live there and work there all year round, right?
Their whole lives.
And it's deserted in the winter. And what do? So a lot of the work in that area is, okay, well, the population count is so big during these seasons, but it's off season with these people, and these people need access to all of these really great cultural things, experiences, education,
even amenities.
Yeah.
I mean, even at restaurants, anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so when these artists are coming in and saying, hey, I really want to be able to do this work, who is in charge of it? There's a downtown development authority. There's a tourism branch. There's somebody who's running the arts and culture wing of 8 counties. There's theaters, right? And who's really convening them? So if we could come in with like the holistic approach that we want to, we come in as conveners of community development, bringing all the stakeholders together, hiring a fellow within their community with them so that they can do community development alongside of us. They learn how to do work with restaurants. Like we'll paint storm drains and we'll put like little coloring menus at some of the restaurants where kids can like design their own storm drain. We pick 5 of those children artists. They get paid. They get a mentor to go with them and paint a storm drain alongside of kind of thing.
Well, let's talk too about the storm drains too and the electrical boxes. That's a lot of other things that you are engaging artists.
Oh, I love
and
the
community,
electrical boxes.
Right?
Oh, I love them.
You know, turning things that are an eyesore or drawing your attention to something that we need to think about, our storm drains, right? Don't throw your trash so it goes right into the river.
Right.
You know?
So then if you go back to Grand Rapids, so you have Traverse City, which is trying to thrive in the same kind of capacity. Obviously, each city has differences of what they need, but you have Grand Rapids that has a development authority that's flush with cash. They also want to do all these projects. Who's doing community artist leadership? Well, there is no Arts Council in Grand Rapids. There is in Traverse City. They function differently. So it's really doing the same thing. It's like revamping how arts and culture is laid out. What does culture mean? And then how does the community move it forward as the community?
Wow.
With like the mechanical boxes, we have a tour of mechanical boxes in Hamtramck and one in Grand Rapids. It's more about how do you get several artists out? How do you make a walking tour? How do you assess ADA accessibility, like going up a hill? Because in Grand Rapids, the tour goes uphill. So really it's using public art and events to move the needle forward for advocacy work. A lot of it is
to get people out and feel good about themselves, all of it.
Right. So a lot of the times we do go head to head, right? And we go head to head. Well, this is a policy. Well, how do we get to yes? Well, people with vision impairment might not want this. Okay. Does everybody with vision impairment not want this? Or was this a policy that was written forever ago?
Right.
I also don't want kids to get hit in the street. So what are some different ways we can pilot programs so that no kid ever gets hit in the street anywhere? Right.
Wow, that's a lot. Like our crosswalks make the streets safer. So we have really fancy crosswalks in our neighborhood that are like rainbows and flowers and like they're easy to see and make streets safer.
Her position or what she does is much like the medical,
like a liaison,
the medical liaison people that when my parents were, they helped place you in that you connected me to.
What do you call it?
Oh boy, I'm so sorry to put you on the spot. They do the home care. They do
Well, I know Care Patrol is
Care Patrol is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Care Patrol is I didn't realize
like
they're national. And what they do is they go in and they go, oh, your parents are this age. Here's they need to be, and they do all the finance, all that stuff. That's kind of what you do for the community.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was a stretch, but a stretch.
It's very similar to that work because it's like
you find out all the arms.
Yes.
And then go, here it is in a big chunk.
Yep. And like, now let's talk about like just one piece of art, right? So we have in Wyoming, Godwin Mercado is the new market that's going in the old GM plant. So it's a brand new interior market space. It's going to be really, really cool. They want a mural. Well, who's on the design committee to pick who the artist is going to be? Then we do an open call for the artists. We have over 100 artists apply. We'd label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go through this pitch deck with all of these people on the design committee talking about each one of the artists. They select 3 artists. All those artists get paid to sketch. Whoever's final sketches the artist that's approved, their fee rolls into their mural. They get the mural. So like right now, that project, the artist is from California. They had 5 artists that were sketching for that project. One was local. same time period, we are doing a library, 3 are local out of the 4, another library, 2 are local out of the 4.
Yeah.
And out of 100 people to have a local artist not known, that's where you start to have these real data insights on, we do have the local talent. We need to pay them appropriately. Maybe their portfolios need to be adjusted. And so where we come in is we live in this like very malleable space because we're not a part of any city. We're here for the creatives that we can go, okay, well, it's not working here, but it's working here. So how can we bring it back?
Why did you get into this? Are you an artist?
Yeah.
I mean,
and then I went into school for art education and then
okay.
learned about corridor improvements and taxes and all the other things. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to buy a building and I'm going to use it for this art center. And then I did. And then now it's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like very malleable. The people who
says I'm going to buy a building? You do.
A Winchester server.
Yes.
I know. Like she was the server at the Winchester. Like, I mean,
I'm going to quit my job and buy this building.
I want this building and then I'm going to put some stuff in it and make it
parties.
See, I would leave.
She's a dreamer.
There was a girl on TikTok who did a pop-up vintage store last week, and she didn't own the building, but she had access to it, and it was somebody's office or something. Anyway, I thought that what a smart thing to do.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, and that's like the reuse of space. Like a vendor like that can't afford or sustain themselves. So part of like what we're doing is when people are doing these building developments, we're coming in and saying, okay, but like, I love you, but like they sell candles. And if you think that that person is going to have the foot traffic to sell candles in the city, then you are putting them in a really, really bad position.
For sure.
So a lot of like, our biggest problems are within that kind of stuff is like the development is coming before the assessment of what needs to happen, what the community wants. So we try to bring people back into the work that they don't see because it's behind the scenes.
They're doing before they're thinking.
Yeah.
I want to talk though money, because I think there are two things that I think you bring to the forefront that are very important. Is that for some reason people feel like they don't have to pay artists a lot of times, which is crazy.
Oh, I just want to get my name out there, really.
And then the impact of public art on an economy. Talk to that for me, please.
Yeah. So that one gets me super stressed out because everybody collects data in their own ways and fabricates.
We want yours. We believe your data.
Yes.
So yes, people don't pay artists. And a lot of people come to us after and they're like, I'm really sorry, but I went on the GR Informed page and I found all these artists and now I can't do this or something. So it's always something. And it's because this community doesn't have an arts council. It doesn't have a resource for artists to go to and say, hey, here's my portfolio. Let me be on this website. Let me have this kind of education, access to legal access, right?
Yeah.
And so we sit in a space of, while we are making money off of these people, we kind of try to come in a constructions lens. Like, so when a school is being built, if we can come in and get on contract with whomever is the developer or the architect, then we're going to get paid the standard.
You're part of it.
Of a construction budget.
Yeah.
Teaching people that.
It's like painting. It's like painting is, do you know what a painter gets for one room?
Square foot. So then I go, and then I go.
Expensive. A floor person, somebody who puts down the beautiful floor.
Yeah. And that's part of my thing.
Same
so
thing.
It's somebody else's design. You want an artist to come in and paint it so it looks hand painted. Okay, but your graphic designer can't paint it. So what does that say about the quality of work that they can do as a creative? You know what I mean? Like, also creatives are expected to do everything in the scope of creativity and only some of us want to.
Right.
I'm like, no, he doesn't
boring.
paint that, or graphic designers shouldn't have to, or, you know, and so like, and also not every mural needs to be painted on a wall. People with disabilities can't paint on a wall most of the time. So like there are other opportunities for things. And that's part of where
bathroom doors.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I love a nice bathroom.
Well, and exactly.
I do.
You read it.
I do.
Right?
Or a bathroom stall.
Yeah.
Love
or
it.
like tile on the back of it or
Love
on the floor. And so there's so many things that you can look at that way. But then as far as like the actual funding portion goes, we really try to stay in a space where we won't get an artist involved unless there's a substantial amount of fundraising. And there are times where we can't fundraise for things, right? So like projects that people come to us that are really, really cool, well, that's really great. But if it was, let's say, a hospital you need to be able to raise the money to be able to get there, right?
Or why wouldn't they pay for it? I mean, they wouldn't,
Because it's a secondary thought. And so if you come in with that community development lens and you can get this actual placemaking tactical plan, then you present it to your funders. Hey, we're going to add this children's thing, and then there's going to be this and this and this and this, but it's not
But there's
architects are bringing people in.
But there is such a connection with art and well-being, especially children, sick people. I mean, there's such a connection to that. There's such a connection to art and happiness. There's such a connection to paint color and mood. I mean, so it's as important as I won't say it's as important as like an oxygen machine, but
right. But that's like part of it. So people go,
it's health. And if you're into, especially a hospital, really, you don't have funds? Have you been?
Thank you. Exactly.
Why is there not a council in some cities, including ours? Is it that
they just need to be like the way that the world has flipped in the last, I would say, like 15 to 20 years? They need to be revamped. And Grand Rapids had one, and they were a regranter. They ended up giving it to Lowell, their regranter.
Okay.
Last year, the state of Michigan stopped doing regranting to other regranters.
Okay.
So a lot of the work that we're doing is all of these counties were regranting and now don't have that as an extra means for fiduciary dollars.
Yeah.
Now they can't have these placemakers. Now they can have these placemakers. Now everybody's Facebook group is asking for lions and rabbits to come in, but really they can do it on their own if they had the toolkit. So what does the state look like for the toolkit?
I know. She's so smart, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of advocacy work.
I just had a thought, and now I lost it because it was like, oh my God, like why? Insurance companies, health insurance companies are starting to finally get on board with what's the word I want? With functional medicine.
Yeah, like art therapy, music therapy,
red light therapy, music therapy, all of it. They're finally for mental wellness and for physical wellness. There are some, and so the insurance companies are finally getting on board and paying for some of that stuff and doing for it. And they're finally like, yeah, you know what? It's part of health. Mm-hmm. This is the same thing here. This is all part of you don't want asbestos in the walls. That should be don't want to inhale asbestos. Well, that's horrible for you. It gives you, but also certain colors are good for, there has to be, there is a connection between the two, and it should be as important.
Well, that, and
it shouldn't be.
How do people know if there's asbestos in the wall that it's bad for you? Like art is information sharing too. So like for both sides of it, I'm like, you can bring art into literally everything. And that's where sometimes it teeters a line of what's marketing and what's art. That's where I go graphic designer versus muralist. They're both creatives. They both work in a creative lens. Engineers are creative.
Well, I was going to say creatives. That's such a broad term because everybody has some sort of creativity somehow and is contributing.
Some don't. I know a few people. Oh, all right, no. Some don't.
We can shake it out of them. Give them a couple of Miller Lights.
So
I've never heard. A couple of, you know what I found out? Bush Light Apple. Do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah, really?
Do you know what it is?
No, but
you can't have them anymore. It's a limited time. And by the way,
that might be better for the world.
I'll tell you right now, it was better for the world. And you know what was better? Oh, that it's a limited time.
I'm like, sounds like a Zima or something.
Well, it does. But it's going away. But we had a beer. This is. Trust me, I'm going somewhere. We had a company, Atwood Brewing Company, come here with their cans. Their cans are all different art. Artists did all their different cans. That made me want to drink it.
City Built, right?
City Built. I was going to say
can of the year with one of our local artists.
So point being that now it is economy. Now it is because of that. Like I saw this one. It was as oddly as it sounds. It's called Dirty Blonde. But the art on it was so cool. I wanted to drink it.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like art meets advertising.
Yes. Well, and that's part of where what is economic development for art. And I go back to who's doing the study. Right. Are we doing a study in Grand Rapids with local people who also study all the local things and then make it a data-driven tourist trap, I guess, essentially? Or are we actually taking the real data and separating, okay, the restaurants might make this much money during art prize, but this is how much money the artists make. The traffic safety and the parking garages make this much money during the performance venues when they're in high season.
I mean,
we are the economy for Grand Rapids, but we have a bed tax. We have convention center tax. We have zoo. We have parks. We won't do art because we're the donors. The donors control how the arts are operated. So for us, we sit in a spot where we go, cool, we're just going to care about the artist, because every community is going to have donor controlled dollars, and every community is going to have, for lack of better French, fuck you energy from some of the other private partners that are like, wait, in this community, we really want to see LGBTQ plus rights pushed forward. Here's some extra money towards your street parties, because we know that you're mission centered and your data isn't driven on who people are or
I feel like you're knocking on doors and finding out that your data is localized. Like what do you guys want in this neighborhood?
We're not going to do a demographic study of people
across the country and in Europe. No, this is in like Creston, the North End. What are those people living, breathing, wanting, doing, needing?
And do they know us? And do they like the work that we do? Like that is like most important thing.
I like you. And I think that's like your street parties too. That's what they have things that people fill out. What do you want to see in this neighborhood? Like, what do you think would be better for our community? And I mean, it's very informal. It's still data collection in the end, but
we find out a lot.
Right.
We find out a lot. We'll do like sticker things, like put where you want to see murals or installations or trash cans and things like that. We do that on our own. Like,
there are never enough trash cans.
No,
seriously, there are.
Well,
I know. I'm always carrying. My purse is filled with garbage.
Dog poop. Carrying dog poop everywhere.
So that's part of it. Is like if you make a placemaking plan, you have to have a maintenance plan, right? But if there's no plan, then there's no maintenance plan.
Because what do we feel? How do you feel about the libraries? The little libraries outside people's home. I love them too. How about the doggy libraries?
I know.
Have you seen them?
A couple in our neighborhood.
Take a stick, leave a stick.
I've seen art libraries.
And then they have water there for dogs, and they have poop bags, and then treats.
I know.
Perfect. But that's a community doing it on the community's own.
Love this.
Time.
Like to me, and it all started. I had a friend. She lives up in Marquette. She just always on her sidewalk she doesn't even have her dog anymore. Puts dog water on her sidewalk all summer long.
Right? Like that to me is like the lowest level of placemaking.
Oh.
Why do you remember it? Because it's in your memory. What is memory in place? Why do you go back? Well, because you have a sense of belonging.
That's amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
I love this. Boy,
let's talk though quickly about fundraising. You have a patronicity campain and golf outing.
How can we give our money to this?
Okay, so like I said, artists, creatives, we're not golfers. Most of us
are not
golfers.
Yeah.
So if you are a golfer and you want to golf, please golf. She is our MC.
Attempt.
I'll
swing the stick a few times.
Okay, because we have other very cute attributes.
I said golfing I will dress.
Yeah,
I will look like a golfer.
She can bring the boys.
Yeah, in my outfit. Bring the boys.
Bring the boys.
I'll swing some sticks.
Bring the boys to swing some sticks.
I did get a text message from somebody that said, "Is Michelle golfing this year?" It was your partners from last year, though.
Well, they asked me too.
I was like,
and I said, "Do you need a fourth?" I'm like, "Are you that desperate? Because you know how I golf."
They never use my ball in those scrambles.
But that is the nice part about the scramble.
Right. It is that there's three other people who I was in a pro-am one time. And the pro golfer left me on the third hole and said, I can't. Because I played softball my whole life. I hit it far, but the wrong way. God. And she goes, I can't. I'm leaving you. True story. Female pro golfer, pro-am.
Like left you, like cart drove away?
Yep, like said, I can't. I need to go work with someone else. So I was like, okay. Which, by the way, secretly thrilled about it.
Yeah, I'm like the pressure would have by hole 7. I would have been like,
right. I said, is there a beer cart I can drive?
Well, that's also part of it. You could drive a beer cart there. Also, we have artists on holes.
When is it and where is it? Let's do this.
It's at Quill Ridge. It's on the 14th of August.
Okay.
It has a 9 a.m. shotgun start. Look at me. Okay. I'm like, golf.
Yeah.
Golf, am I right?
Golf.
Yeah, shotgun start. They say stuff like that, like bring your stick, shotgun start.
Yeah.
How'd you shoot?
We
get in the hole.
Garage Bar just sponsored it, so everyone can get a Garage Bar Bloody Mary when you get there.
Nice.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then our patronicity campaign. So this is the dollar for dollar match with the state of Michigan.
Okay.
We are in our $1 millionth campaign. So if we fulfill this, we have successfully raised $1 million in the state of Michigan, which I didn't really realize to that depth. Whether it's been through us or we used to partner with West Grand Neighborhood Association to fiduciary before we were a nonprofit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is really great. That's almost all of it. I think only one campaign was not in Grand Rapids. So we've raised $1 million if we fulfill this campaign.
It's amazing.
Is there a link that we can, because we'll put a link above here. We'll put a link with ours.
Yeah.
So just if you
I
You don't even have
the
to
link
say.
it.
Okay.
Well,
I have
can we go to lionsandrabbits.com and then they can.
Yeah, it's on our Instagram. It's on our Facebook. It's on everything. So it's the golf outing. The golf outing is $500 for a team. For this dollar for dollar match, anything up to $10,000 is like the highest somebody can match into it. But I think we only need about 20 left, and we have like 25 days. So
Okay.
Wow.
if somebody wants to close the gap, I will go kayaking with you or something.
I love
don't
it.
know. You tell me.
Right.
Twice.
She'll do it.
Yeah. I love
But
it.
that's
Twice.
that campaign is it's crosswalks in Creston. It's 3 basketball courts being painted, 2 on Coit in Coit Park, 1 on Briggs. All of those projects are zip code specific artists. So you are 49505 painting in 49505.
Wow.
That's
I
our
love
hood.
this.
And
I love this.
The basketball courts are being painted with the community during community paint day. So they're like paint by numbers. We have a paint by numbers project with Van Belkom Library, the Grand Rapids Public Library on Plainfield.
I mean,
And Amway is doing their CARES Day, and they have 70 plus volunteers coming to clean up our Candyland game.
You're just a slacker. You've not
We
been
are
busy
trying.
at all.
We are trying. And once we do this, then we're in Detroit. So if you want to come to Detroit with us,
my
we're ready for
God,
you there
Hannah.
too.
Well, after dark in
This is so
Chicago.
amazing.
Yeah, we have
in
Chicago
Detroit.
After Dark in
Yeah.
August 16th. So yeah, we're the creatives are pulling their weight. They are facilitating the projects that they want to see happen in their community, and we're here to
Let's
support
bring back the neighborhood. I mean, when we were kids, we'd come home when the street lights get on. Come on.
Yep,
I mean, let's
right.
bring back the neighborhoods. We had a community
how it should
pool
be. Yep.
and we all got to paint. We
Exactly.
painted the wall of the community. I mean, we did that at Northfield Park Community Pool, which
Yeah.
is still there, by the way, our paint.
Well, and
We
that's
painted
part
all
of-
that stuff.
In Creston, it's a Tustin High School, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
elementary schools are not going to be there very much longer. So what is place for kids
Yeah.
in Creston?
Briggs
I love
Park.
this.
That's
Yep.
Aberdeen.
Hannah,
right?
come back. Like
I will always be
way, I know it. We're
Yeah,
6
we
minutes
are-
over,
I
which
know.
I love that. No. Girl, I love it. There'll be no editing. Snip. Everything that you said is on
Quick
here.
snip.
Bitch, quick snip, right? Okay, so many
Yeah.
jokes about skin, but I see. I had to get obvious there, which is terrible.
No, it's not.
They knew what she meant, and then I had to over-explain it. I do that all the time.
It's no,
I like
you
it.
actually don't.
All right, but thank you for joining us. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that.
So we'll put your
Placemaking.
website on there. We'll get the patronicity. Sorry.
The money. We'll get the
The
cash.
money,
We would love
the
that.
golf
Give us some
outing, all the
cash.
things.
Yeah.
It's called
So,
GR Heels. Patreon.com/GR Heels.
All right, we'll put all that.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining us, Hannah.
Thank you.
I don't even know what to say.
she's making the world a more beautiful place.
You know, when you
With
just feel
so much
I
help.
mean, I thought I sometimes you feel less than, and I'm not saying I feel less than. What I'm saying is, wow, I would get you when I need something smart.
Well, I say that's what I literally.
If I need to think something through, I'm calling you. Swear to God.
It's just
She
creative
is great.
thinking.
She is.
Well, thank you. It's
Surround
creative
yourself
Oh my
with
God, I
people that
love
are
you.
smarter than you, that are better than you, and that can do things
Yeah.
that you can't. And
Yeah.
then we'll all be
I
stronger
can't test
together.
take. I got a 19 on my first ACT. Right? Like
Either I
can't
don't think
take
I was
either,
going to
right?
say. I'm like,
you
Well-
learn from experience.
I'm taking the test right now that I can't seem to pass.
shh.
I've taken
it
it
still haven't
6
passed?
times. I've taken it 6 times. Is it Envision?
ADX star.
So, yeah. Oh my God. No, I don't even want to talk about it. It's insurance, and I haven't really.
Well,
Oh,
it's,
that's
I mean, I was falsely studying.
Thank
for that.
you.
All right, love you.
Thank
guys.
you. You guys, please comment if you want us to ask any question to anybody. If you have any questions for Hannah, please put them below. Like and subscribe, and we will we'll cover it. Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God.
Love you.
You too.
XO.
Bye.
Bye.